Welcome to Weight Loss and Wellness for Real, the podcast where people like you get the practical solutions and support you need to permanently lose the physical and mental weight so you can feel better and live the life you really want to live in the body and mind you really want to be living in. If you're looking to overcome your stress eating, overeating, binging behaviors, and move to a place of food and body freedom, as well as find more meaning and more moments of joy in life, you are in the right place. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here and listening to Weight Loss and Wellness for Real. I'm Heather Heynen, the host of this show. This is where we dive into real strategies for living your healthiest life mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Today, we're going to talk about something that often stands between us and the next level. So, whether this is in sports, fitness, or just building and maintaining a healthy lifestyle or new behaviors that you're trying to work into your life. And we're going to talk about trying hard. And I mean, really trying hard. And I started thinking about this episode because I did a bike race that I hadn't done in 10 years. And then I've been really wanting to work on getting better at climbing. And it really started coming to me this idea of trying hard and how we kind of hold ourselves back a lot from really, really trying hard. And, I guess the truth is many of us haven't practiced trying hard as much as we should or as much as we could to make life more fulfilled, more meaningful. So anyway, today we're going to explore why it's so difficult to truly push ourselves and what happens in our brain, what happens in our brain and our bodies when we do, and our mind, and really how we can develop the ability to embrace discomfort and breaking through our limits, no matter what they are. Okay, so why is it so hard to try hard? So let's start by recognizing something. Most people are not used to being uncomfortable. If you really think about it, if you're trying to get fitter, healthier, stronger, it's natural to hit a wall where things get really, really hard. I even think about things not necessarily related to getting physically stronger, but I think about the times when I was really trying to work on breaking that addiction of binging and restriction. There were just times like, okay, I could do it for a while, and then it just got too hard, right? Like the urges got so overwhelming, it became too difficult to push through. Um, that wall that we eventually get to, it isn't just physical. It's very much mental and emotional. And the problem is we as humans avoid discomfort. I mean, we're kind of created that way. Our brains do not want us to feel discomfort. And our modern world makes it really, really easy to avoid situations where we might feel uncomfortable physically or emotionally or physically. So we've all really been trained to stop when things feel difficult. And this habit, because it is a habit, can really hold us back and really prevent us from truly trying hard in the moments when it matters most. So, kind of think about it this way. If you're driving a car, the moment you hit a little bump, your brain tells you, slow down, stop, even though the car can absolutely handle the road just fine. And that's sort of like when your brain is playing the role, we call it the role of the governor, right? It's like a built-in speed limiter, and you feel like you're at your max, but you're actually not. So here's some of the science behind the governor in quotation marks. Studies show that sprinters or endurance athletes, for example, often feel like their body is going to give out before they actually need to stop. I've done some endurance riding, biking, and I know this feeling so, so well. When I was first getting into this, it really was this feeling that you absolutely have to stop or you're going to die. And there's something in the brain. It's like a safety mechanism that says, okay, this is far enough. We really should stop before we get hurt. But the truth is, and we know this through research, the body can often go further. I'm not, there are times where, yes, you need to stop. You kind of learn how to play with this a little bit, but often the body can go further. We stop because our brain tells us to, not because we're physically unable to continue. If you want to learn more about this, like, you can do some research on the governor and the brain, and that part of the brain that kind of stops tells us we have to stop before actually, so physically we can still keep going. If you ignore the governor, if you find reserves of strength that you didn't know you had, it's really like unlocking a hidden gear. So as you get practiced at going beyond what the governor is telling you, you find out, I can go further, I can go longer, and you do literally unlock sort of this hidden gear that you have. Okay, so hey everyone, just a quick interruption to talk about a new company I'm working with, a company that I actually adore. That is Kion Aminos. I've been using Kion Aminos daily for months now, and I love this product so much. I was super, super excited to work with them. This company is a very, very well vetted. It is one of the only companies that have all 9 essential amino acids in their product, and where they also list exact amounts of each essential amino acid, which so many companies do not disclose. So you know that you are getting exactly what you need in this product. Supplementing with essential amino acids has been shown to help with appetite control, as well as helping to support muscle maintenance and also recovery. Kion aminos can help you feel fuller longer, help to reduce cravings, and help build muscle for a leaner body. We cannot produce all the amino acids we need for optimal health directly in our bodies. We need to get some of them, called essential amino acids, through our food or supplementation. And if we do not consume these essential amino acids on a regular basis, our bodies lose the ability to create and maintain muscle mass as well as bone density. And so making sure you're getting all the amino acids you need becomes really, really important. And I really believe, particularly as we age. I really like knowing that along with getting in my dietary protein amount, I am also supplementing with the essential amino acids I want daily for my long-term goals of strength, muscle maintenance, maintaining my weight, and staying healthy as I age. So some real quick protocols if you're trying out the product. And if you're someone trying to lose weight, you could take a scoop mixed with water in the morning and then again in the afternoon. Usually when you notice your energy slumping in the afternoon, to help boost that appetite control before dinner. This is often how I use Kion aminos. Also, if you're an endurance athlete and you're doing longer than 1 hour of endurance work, you could take 5 to 10 grams per hour. So when I do my long bike rides, this is what I'm making sure I take in every hour. This really ensures that my muscles are getting everything they need as they are working really hard for me. I feel better riding with this protocol. You could also take a scoop before bed after a hard workout to help with recovery. So, since I felt all the benefits of this product, I really want to share it with you. And because you are a listener of this podcast, you can try their product for 20% off. If you decide to give these a try because you could use some help with appetite control and or want to supplement for muscle maintenance and recovery, then use my referral link, which is getkion.com/Heather. Again, that is GETKION.com/Heather for 20% off your order. This company is so great because they also offer a 60-day money back guarantee on their products. So go check it out at getkion.com/Heather for 20% off and see how essential amino acids can support your weight loss goal and your athletic performance. The experience of trying hard isn't just about physical exertion. Like I said, it's about what happens when you feel those warning signs. So your muscles burning, your breath quickening, your heart pounding, and you choose to keep going anyway. But it's also about the emotional discomfort of facing fear, doubt, or insecurity and pushing through anyway. And that can often be attributed to things when you are trying to change something in your lifestyle. This is what I am talking about when I said I was trying to end the binging behavior. You get almost, it's so full of discomfort. And if you kind of sit in that or go beyond it, you do have to face fear, doubt, insecurity. And so it's this idea that we can push through that anyway. Think of it like climbing a steep hill. At first, your legs feel strong and your breath is steady, but halfway up, you really start to feel that burn in your thighs and your heart races, and a voice in your head says, "You can't do this. You should stop now." And this is where most people back down and stop. But this is also the point. And this is what's so important, where growth happens. That burn in your legs and chest, that's not necessarily danger. It's your body adapting to the challenge. Now, again, I am not telling you to push through and have a heart attack or something. You need to be smart about this. But I am telling you that for most of us, that discomfort, it is possible to keep going. And if you stop every time you feel that discomfort, you will never grow. You don't get stronger, muscles don't grow. But if you lean into it, accepting those sensations in the body rather than fighting them, that's where real progress can be made. So here's a little story to kind of illustrate this. I've been rock climbing, for about 20 years. And when you're climbing a difficult route, there's always a moment for me anyway, where my arms start to feel like they're noodles and my brain is screaming, you're going to fall. Your fingers are tired. Your legs are shaking, literally shaking. And every instinct tells you to let go. And sometimes I do. But with time, I have really worked mentally. I've learned to reframe that feeling. So instead of thinking, I'm going to fall, my body hurts so bad, I now can think at times, I'm still working on this is where I get stronger. This is where I get stronger. The discomfort is no longer a signal to quit. I now have mentally linked it in my brain as a signal that I'm on the edge of growth. So the same is true for emotional challenges. When you're trying to build a new habit or quit an old one, there's often that moment of doubt or fear that makes you want to give up. But if you can recognize that feeling is just another form of discomfort, like the burn in your muscles, you can push through it instead of backing down. And that is actually the moment where change, growth, becoming stronger happens. Okay, so again, practical tips, strategies for trying hard. I love to give you just a practical list of things you can start trying. So the first one really is to start small. So just like you wouldn't start lifting the heaviest weight in the gym, you should not expect yourself to suddenly become a master of discomfort. I know for myself, this has taken years, but it also doesn't mean it has to be a slow process. You just want to be really intentional about it. So begin by challenging yourself in really small ways. And I did this one for a while too, taking a cold shower. That's one way to get this started. Holding a difficult yoga pose a little longer, or maybe doing one extra rep at the gym. If it's something to do with overeating or maybe a new lifestyle habit you're trying to implement, things like really when you feel the urge to do the thing you're trying not to do, it might be sitting with that urge just 30 seconds longer than you're practicing sit. Maybe you've been practicing sitting with that urge for 60 seconds. Now you're going to do it for 90. So these small acts of discomfort really help to train your brain to tolerate more. I mean, literally your brain changes when you sit in discomfort and allow yourself to feel it. And then the second tip I would give is to really recognize the sensations in your body. Remember, we have beliefs that they populate our thoughts. Thoughts really cultivate many of our feelings. Feelings come along with little chemical cocktails in the body, sensations in our body. And those feeling sensations are usually what drive us into behavior. Behaviors give us our results. So recognizing the sensations, pay attention to the physical sensations in your body when you're pushing hard. Your muscles are going to burn, your heart will race, your breath will quicken. None of this means you're in danger. In fact, it could mean you're working right on the edge of your current abilities, and that can be where the magic happens. Another one that has been super helpful for me and that I train some of my clients, many of my clients in, probably most of my clients in, is to use mental reframes. So when that inner voice starts telling you to stop, reframe the message. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, think, this is the point where I grow. Use affirmations like, I'm strong enough to push through this, or this is one I actually like, I embrace the discomfort because it's making me better. The discomfort makes me better. Focus on the next step. When the discomfort feels overwhelming, break the challenge down. Instead of thinking about how much longer you have to go, focus on the very next step or action. So whether it's one more breath, one more step, or one more rep, all you have to do is get through the moment. So really, it's like this one little step at a time, training your brain to to think in that way, to keep its attention in the moment is really helpful. And then practicing visualization. Visualizing yourself pushing through discomfort and succeeding. So, whether you're imagining the last mile of a race or the final rep in the gym, see yourself embracing the struggle and powering through it. The more your mind rehearses this scenario, the easier it becomes to do it in real life. This is one I love. I love visualization practices. We have so much research behind it, and it's something easy to do. You can just be laying in bed and do this over and over again, but really visualizing yourself pushing through the discomfort and succeeding, getting there, making it. Okay, so the next time you're facing a challenge, remember it is okay to feel uncomfortable. And in fact, it is a good thing. Those sensations of struggle, whether they're physical, emotional, mental, are not there to stop you. They're there to show you that you're pushing your limits. And that's exactly where you want to be if you are aiming for growth. Keep in mind that your brain might tell you to stop before you really need to. But if you can push past that mental governor, you're going to be amazed at what you can achieve. Until next time, remember, trying hard is a skill. You can learn it, you can practice it. Any skill can be learned and practiced, and trying hard is simply just a skill. We will talk soon. Did you know you can find a lot more help from me on my website? Go to heatherheynen.com. Heynen is spelled Heynen, and there you will find links to my online courses, how I work with clients one-on-one, as well as online with my coaching and counseling services that I offer. The information in this podcast is intended to provide a broad understanding and knowledge of healthcare topics. This information is for educational purposes only and should not be considered complete and should not be used in place of advice from your physician or healthcare provider. We recommend you consult your physician or healthcare professional before beginning or altering your personal exercise, diet, or supplementation program.